Mr. Grothman from Wisconsin.
Thank you. Mr. Hopland, a common concern about AI is that it could make important decisions without human input. In your written testimony, you emphasize the importance of human judgment in the decision-making process. How should human judgment be included in workplace safety monitoring and decision-making?
Thank you for the question, and it's very important to have a human in the loop through the entire process. And as we're designing our safety systems using AI, we ensure that that's the case. It starts with the architecture. And it starts with the common safety practices that we've established over many years. And so we'll work with the workforce and with the leaders there to talk about, well, what sort of AI technology can we use to enhance those already existing procedures and processes? And so it's designed with humans involved from the beginning. And then as the AI is deployed and it's giving us data or insights or ideas, the humans are ultimately making the decisions about what we're going to do with that data information. So having humans involved in the entire loop is important in how we deploy it in distribution centers.
Can you give me an example of a bad thing that would happen if humans weren't in the loop?
Well, a lot of bad things could happen if humans weren't in a loop, but we're not deploying agentic AI that's making its own decisions. The AI in our distribution centers can't override the humans, and so we have that loop system where humans are in charge.
Yeah, you can't give me an example. Well, okay.
Well, we don't deploy it that way.
Okay. Mr. Land, one of the biggest concerns I have over adopting this innovative technology is the upfront capital needed, leaving small and mid-sized businesses behind the curve. Will these technologies become more affordable and available over time, you think?
Yeah, thank you so much for the question. Yeah, I absolutely think so. There's a set of costs driving this. One is, of course, the hardware cost that's likely to come down over time. There is cloud cost, compute to deploy the AI. That is rapidly decreasing right now, probably about a factor of 10 per year. So yeah, this will absolutely come down and become more affordable.
Okay. What must happen for technology to become affordable? Is there, other than the fact that this is what always happens with new technology, we still don't know that, but they want me to ask, what must happen for technology to become more affordable and available?
I think a set of things, like companies like mine and together with policymakers, we need to enable the market and companies and employees to really embrace this. I think that's a key thing to ensure that this has the impact that we're already seeing. Broad deployment and adoption is a key element.
I'm going to ask the question I asked Mr. Hopland of you. Can you think of bad things that happen if it's too much AI and not enough human?
Yeah, so thanks so much for that question. I agree with Mr. Hopland that human in the loop is absolutely instrumental, and that's also how we do it. And without that, yes, bad things could potentially happen. Now, it's worth noting that in our case, we're not doing self-driving cars or anything like that. We're purely analyzing data, informing employers and employees about that to help them improve and stay safer. We're not taking any actions.
Could you give me an example of a bad thing that has, even you're aware of outside of your own company, that has happened because we have a lack of human supervision over the AI?
Yeah, I don't want to speak to what has happened in other places, but in other company, in my company, I have no examples of that because we are so rigorous in our human in the loop and our monitoring of what the AI does.
Okay, we'll give you the two guys on the right. Do you have any examples, scare stories that you can give us that either your or somebody else's company did not provide human supervision here and a bad thing happened and you thought, geez, how do we let this happen?
I can't think of anything, nor would we ever advocate for AI to be implemented without any type of human oversight. I think it's critical that you have that. Otherwise, you will have errors and you will have problems, and you'll see it more often than not.
No examples, not even some. Go ahead.
I can give you an example of technology causing harm. It was an investigation when I was at OSHA. A worker in Ohio was working in a manufacturing plant. He was working alongside a robotics device. There'd been some maintenance to the robotics device, and its base had been pivoted. It had been trained to work within a certain zone. And unbeknownst to the worker, because the device had been moved and there'd been a failure to reprogram the device, it engaged, it crushed him against a wall, and he was killed. So that's an example of humans being in charge, but also being complacent about ensuring that they are actually actively engaged in engineering out failure.
Thank you, and I guess I'm out of time.